These are your wake-up call news headlines for Wednesday, April 8th, 2009. I'm Don DeBar. Good morning. And now an update on the situation here at WBAI. First this, an emailed statement attributed to WBAI local station board member Steve Brown, who is reportedly aligned with the group ACE, that's ACE, claimed that those opposed to the possible takeover of this station by the Pacifica interim director are using her visit to the station today to, quote, stir up racial hatred among listeners who may well experience discrimination and oppression every day in the outside world, and are therefore all too ready to believe that her visit to WBAI is tantamount to a crusade to wipe out the black population, closed quote. The statement made the claim that, quote, the result will likely be first hysteria, next hatred, and finally violence, closed quote. The visit by the Pacifica interim director, Grace Aaron, a former public access TV producer from L.A., comes after she reportedly seized control of WBAI's transmitter at the Empire State Building last week. Reportedly that was done without prior authorization by or formal consultation with the Pacifica National Board. The official reason given for the takeover was that it was done on legal advice to ensure compliance with FCC regulations. In an interview last week, however, one Pacifica attorney denied that was the reason, instead saying the action was the result of allegedly anti-Semitic comments made by a caller into another Pacifica station, not WBAI. A later report indicated that the incident took place at Aaron's own station, Pacifica's KPFK in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, WBAI local station board member Lisa Davis issued an email yesterday saying that while serving on the Pacifica National Board from January of 2006 to April of last year, she had the chance to meet with John Krigler, the foundation's attorney for FCC matters. Davis wrote, quote, during that time, he never suggested that the national office seize control of the transmitters from the local stations as a way to allay FCC concerns. Krigler has stated that the FCC urges broadcasters to have processes in place to deal with FCC concerns. To that effect, WBAI has implemented training programs that were in fact conducted by Krigler, and Pacifica has instituted a policy to deal with alleged FCC violations, closed quote. Meanwhile, WBAI's general manager, Tony Riddle, issued a statement welcoming Aaron and her entourage to the station today. In an email, he wrote that the purpose of the mission is to, quote, assist us in reorganizing our systems, identify our material needs, and to share ideas, close quote. He added that, quote, they have offered to roll up their sleeves and pitch in on whatever needs doing. They will also learn a lot about who we are, what we believe, and the good we do in the communities we serve, close quote. Earlier, Mr. Riddle had written that the planning of the trip and the execution of the action, that's regarding the seizure of the transmitter, were, quote, secretive and in no way cooperative, and that the explanations given to the public are inconsistent with the facts, close quote. He wrote that, quote, I believe we can achieve a spirit of cooperation, but only if we discuss these events in openness, and if assurances are given publicly that the visit will not be in the spirit of the previous actions, close quote. He added, quote, it is a matter of trust, close quote. Towards that end, a call went out from various listener and staff groups for Interim Director Grace Aaron to hold meetings with them to address their concerns about her order to change locks on WBAI's transmitter and install equipment to allow for remote control of the broadcast. Leaders of the Free Mumia Abu Jamal Coalition and CEMOTAP, the Committee to Eliminate Media Offensive to African People, have written to Aaron calling for an open public forum to allow listeners to discuss any planned alterations to WBAI's programming structure. Others are asking for station supporters to come to the station today at 120 Wall Street between 8 and 10 a.m. and 3 and 6 p.m. to dialogue with Aaron about these issues. Again, that's come to the station today, 120 Wall Street, between 8 and 10 a.m. and 3 to 6 p.m. to discuss the matters with the interim executive director. Tonight, the Finance Committee of the local station board is holding a public meeting at 7 p.m. at the station. Again, that's at 120 Wall Street. In addition to discussion of the station's financial crisis, a motion will be presented to maintain the station's historic local autonomy. The meeting is open for public comment. Breaking news dealing with WBAI will be posted to the website www.wbixradio.org. Again, that's www.wbixradio.org. WBIX was the name of the internet radio station that allowed the voices of the fired and banned during the so-called Christmas coup to be heard by listeners. And that's it for your wake-up call news headlines right now. I'm Don DeBar. Thanks for listening.